Sorry for the short delay. So we do have a UFO crash site. We are in month number 5, if I counted correctly. It's our team. Just equipped them. Finally, maybe with the exception of precision lasers, everyone is on laser weapons. That's really, really nice. And since it's just a large scout, that would mean 3 packs with 2 to 3 per pack, so 6 to 9 aliens and 1 outsider. So I'm pretty confident that we can do it with this group.
China for the next operation. It looks like we got lucky. The alien crash site is in a remote area, away from any major city centers. We should get down there.
Fusion, I don't see many XCOM streams as well. And my main concern with most of the streams from XCOM that I do see, and that's the reason for me also starting an own stream, was that I was not very happy with the quality level of play. So mostly things were not really explained. People were just like playing on normal and easy difficulty and just dumpstering through the game. And I guess this, that the game has much more to offer. That's the reason why I wanted to start my own stream.
That's affirmative.
So, the crash site. Let's move up.
Affirmative. Moving out.
Ah, she has squad sight, so finally we don't need to wait for a sniper with squad sight. We finally have one again. She was the one who needed to be hospitalized for 14 days after the bug with our last UFO crash site. Right, okay, so here we go. Let's try to go for the melt first, I suppose. So the question was if I'm 100%ing in it. I don't know what you exactly mean with 100%, 100ing it. If you mean by that, if I'm willing to finish the campaign, then yes, of course I am. That's the whole purpose, like of my perfect run challenge. I'm going to go until the temple ship and clear it without losing a single unit whilst doing it. Alright, I do hear mutants. I hear a couple of sectoids as well.
That's affirmative. Canister has been secured.
It's the first melt canister. I'm not sure if I want to go into the into the ship already. Close-up fights against mutants are really unpleasant, let's put it this way. The map itself is relatively small though, so there's just one more area here, and the rest is just the UFO. So I guess let's explore as much as we can outside.
I'm on it, Commander.
Двигаюсь к точке. Confirmed.
Wangstra, the tech pass. So actually, this one is a comparably slow tech. So the idea of teching up is you start with melt because you want to go for fast mechs. Keep in mind this is not long war. This is just plain vanilla, but impossible Ironman with all expansions. Mechs in long war are really like rather for second year, so you don't even need to start with them in the beginning. But in plain vanilla, mechs are really strong, and they will help you to go through the first month without much of a problem if you tech to them, because they start with 8 armor, which is a lot in the first and second month. They can withstand 1 or 2 shots. I mean, they're not indestructible by any means, but considering that your guys often are one-shots, the mechs are are a little bit more of a security. Plus, also keep in mind that with the mech collateral damage here, you can remove most of the cover in the first 2 months, which frees up your 1 inventory slot, so you can go for vests in order to just increase your hit points a little bit more. And with regards to the teching, I usually start with researching melt first, and then significantly going into armor. My target is usually to go for carapace armor first, specifically for the same reason that I just elaborated on. You want to be able to withstand 1 blow for sure, and sometimes even 2 blows. And you want to be able to withstand a crit. The other alternative is to rush for laser weapons. I elaborated on that earlier on the stream. It is a viable strategy, but if you go for 0 losses, it's just more risky and adds more RNG to your game, which I'm trying to minimize as much as possible. After carapace armor, I'm going for experimental warfare and the alien containment facility. So xenobiology is not as important as it is in Long War, because you don't get council requests based on xenobiology. You just get normal council requests, which means I'm usually not going for xenobiology first. In this specific game, we ended up with Brazil and Argentina after the first month, which means that we immediately could do all of the autopsies, so that was really nice. So in the second month I finished literally all of the autopsies, which was super good, and that gave us also way more optionality in terms of what we want to build. That's the reason why I can build respirator implants and all of the nice items already. Yeah, and after that it's laser weapons, which we just finished. So all of our guys now have laser weapons.
On my way.
Next up it's going to be UFO power source, and then I'm going for Elarium and Titan armor, because Titan armor is, again, increases your survivability. It ups it just 1 more rank. So what you want to do here is you want to usually block the full door. That prevents shit like Thin Man running into you from happening, because the aliens can't just open it. They need, similar to the mechs. Oh, come on, really? Similar to the mechs, they need to run through it, and they can't just click on it like we could. All right, heavy plasma mutants.
The aliens are flanking my position.
So the bad thing about this disposal is that we don't know what's going on here, right? So that's a little bit of a bummer. And I feel that moving here is risky, because we could trigger something, and the mutants themselves or by themselves are already strong enough. It would be super nice if we could capture one, but considering that we have 4 enemies, might not work out. So let's think that through. The other mutant is back here. I could just move up here, kinetic strike module him to death. So that would be 1 down. The other option is we still have our ghost grenades. So let's seriously keep this in mind. If we don't spread too much, we could still ghost grenade. That's even a very plausible way of capturing one of the mutants. So ghost grenade could kind of hit all of the guys here. So let's play around the idea of the ghost grenade for a second. And let's start by doing the no regret moves, right? Kinetic strike module is just too strong, so I would want to use it.
On my way.
So let's kill this guy here.
Moving in for the
That will also ease up some of the cover, so our... Oh, it doesn't. I was hoping that it will break the wall. And that, kids, is the reason why I'm always taking a ghost grenade with me, because situations like these are very unpleasant. Good, so from his position, which is more or less the fixed angle, we want to work around this position. And start damaging the others already. Good, so that's good. Let's look at the ghost grenades. So all of this here would be in range of the ghost grenade, right? That's good to know, because these are the theoretical positions that we could take. Or the other alternative would be we just move up to here and ghost grenade around this location. That's also fine. I mean, definitely both viable strategies. 4 hit points is just a little bit too much for capturing him. I guess I want to have the sniper on board, so moving her here means that we need to accommodate this also with the ghost grenades. So our guys will be anywhere in these areas. Up to 5 damage. That we could try to capture him. But then I wouldn't want to just risk killing him immediately. Of course, that was rather not successful. Just double checking with the radius. Still very much in range. Alright, so that would be a solid kill. That's a 50-50 to decrease his health. But I mean, we could also try to capture him next round. That'll be okay-ish. That will definitely be a kill. Just need to make up our mind whom we want to capture. This mutant here. We could put everyone into position here, and I could go for an attempt to capture him. That's not the worst position. Let's check our odds. I guess it's 60%. No, it's 50-50. I want to get the mutant and the outsider in the same turn. I want to get both, but it's unrealistic to get both in the same turn, and we only have one charge of our ghost grenade. So I guess let's take a 50-50. Come on. RNG. That's 2 times 80% fails and a 50% fail. Good. So with this in mind, we might as well kill this gentleman. Sorry, bro. You could have had such a nice torture, but instead you decided to resist our attempts to capture you. Good. And now let's disappear. Okay, so here we go. Let's start by softening this gentleman up, shall we? So that's 3 critical damage, and we can now hopefully capture him alive.
I'm on it, Commander.
Excellent work. We'll begin analyzing this new artifact as soon as you return.
So the mutant moved up to here.
Affirmative, Commander.
It's really a shame because I would have wanted to get both the mutant
Closing to engage target.
and the outsider, but it wasn't possible.
I'm moving to that position. I'm on the move.
Good, so that was okay for an engagement, but we want to make sure now that we do not have any more ghost grenades to not fall into the same pitfall again. I guess there is no more outsider in here. It would surprise me very much. Still, I'm going to check. No, there isn't. That was to be expected because he just went out here. It sounds like there's a cyber disk around the corner, which would be terrifying because cyber disks can, at this moment in the game, deal a lot of damage. And they can crit for up to 12, so let's get our sniper out of line of sight.
On Overwatch.
On Overwatch.
I'll handle it.
Wangstra, I would not recommend Long War as a first-time player. It's an overhaul for people who have had a certain saturation with the normal game, and I guess the way you can approach the normal game after you've beaten it on Ironman or Impossible Ironman, if you're so into the game and you still want to continue, then you either are starting to take challenges on your own, like that's the way I'm approaching it currently, or you're going for a mod, which makes it harder. Long War is certainly a very nice mod. My thoughts about it is I'm not a big fan of marathon games, so like playing 200 plus missions just to proceed is yeah, tiring a little bit, because sometimes you want to also try new aspects in the game, and that becomes increasingly more difficult. Okay, so that's not a big surprise. I mean, I just said that there's going to be probably a cyber disk here. So the question is, if we are going to move in, how are we going to kill the cyber disk? Let's first of all trigger its overwatch. Lightning reflexes are golden. I like them. With regards to the first shot, he doesn't have heat ammunition so far. So I'm considering, although it will cost me 3 points of health, because once it explodes, the mech will take some damage. I'm considering to take kinetic strike and use it, but let's maybe start with the obvious, more obvious choices and get some damage going. Ah, we still have Zhang. That's easy. I should have used him earlier because he does have heat ammo, and hence that shouldn't be so much of a problem. I don't know exactly why she's not having any line of sight. The drone is literally next to her. That was our intact UFO power source. Thank you, dear game, for placing the cyber disk just right next to it.
Headed there now.
Well appreciated. I am considering to get rid of these walls because then Zhang could also attack them, and there's like no disadvantage for us to get rid of these walls, I suppose.
Attacking hostile position.
Okay. So at least he has vision to one of them. Immediately takes it out. Perfect. And I don't know about the other one. Like, really,
I'm on it, Commander.
how is it possible that he has no line of sight?
Another day, another successful operation.
Good. So that's it. One captured outsider, which is okay. We do have a light plasma rifle, but I would have preferred to get the heavy plasma rifle from the mutant. Plus the mutant autopsy, the mutant interrogation also earns you plasma credits, which is very, very nice. Anyways. Next up we can interrogate the outsider, which will give us the option to invade the alien base. And that is nice because it gives us more optionality here. So in case someone screws this up, some of the countries are going to maximum panic, we still have the option to lower global panic by 1.
Satellite uplink complete.
Perfect. That is the last of our lasers. And like I said, maybe with the exception of the instant autopsies here, we want to now continue with a UFO power source, then Elarium, and then Titan armor. There's a sniper rifle. 2 of them, please. Thank you.